the perceived least, is the Rams. I'm going to put this up. I'm not going to read it all. Sorry to the radio audience. The Rams have 12 players I will list that are either undrafted, 3rd, 5th, 6th, or 7th round, and they get production from all of them. I didn't list both tight ends, also 4th rounders. 2 of their tight ends are 4th rounders. 2 of their tight ends. I mean, nobody in the league, especially of these teams left, has this much production. I mean, they've only had 1 first-round pick in the last 9 years. 1. Now, they hit on it, Jared Verse. 1. And then that is impressive. I mean, this is buying a lot of $7 stocks. You look up and they're $24 a share. They get a lot out of 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th guy. Their left tackle is undrafted. That's unheard of. Nate Landman went to Atlanta first. They got him for a song out of the Falcons. He's undrafted. I think he was a Colorado guy who was playing on a team nobody watched. I mean, Puka Nacua is arguably your offensive player of the year. He's a 5th rounder. At the time, New England was desperate for a wide receiver. They passed on him 4 or 5 times. So, I mean, again, Stafford's great. Nobody disputes that. And Jared Verse, some of their defensive guys, but man, they get a ton. Jordan Whittingham, Les Snead's son, played at Texas. Apparently he told him, hey, Dad, got great leadership skills. They go get him in the 6th round. He made big catches. So they just squeeze every ounce of talent. Here's McVay again on the big win.
Thought our defense was outstanding. Thought special teams made the plays that they had to make. And then offensively, I did not do a very good job for our group tonight, but I thought our guys were able to overcome it. I thought we were able to be at our best in the most important moments, be able to string together some drives. Guys just kept battling. They kept believing, and that's what it's about. There's no style points. It's about being able to survive and advance, and we were able to do that in a tough, hostile environment, and it was cold today.
Yeah, it was. It really was. So,
yeah, I just think right now, for me, the Rams are the scariest team and the team that I trust the most. Now, I'm not saying they're the best. I'm not saying, because I don't know who the best is at this point, and I don't even know what if that even matters. What does that even mean at this point? But to me, they're the scariest because I trust them the most. You could say that the Seahawks have a better roster. I don't trust Sam Darnold more than I trust Matthew Stafford. I do not trust Clint Kubiak more than I trust Sean McVay. And again, this is where I always kind of emphasize multiple things can be true. I can believe in the Seattle Seahawks. I can believe that the Seahawks are a better team or the best team in the NFL, or that Sam Darnold has been awesome and underrated, and Clinton Kubiak, McDonald defense, all that type of stuff. But it doesn't mean that I have more trust. I can believe that the Seahawks are going to beat the Rams, but I could still have more trust in the Rams because I don't let fandom or bias guide my takes or guide the conclusions that I'm going through. The Philadelphia Eagles, I believe that the Philadelphia Eagles last year were better than the Kansas City Chiefs. I was very clear about that. The Philadelphia Eagles are better than the Kansas City Chiefs. I absolutely, positively, undeniably trusted the Chiefs more than the Philadelphia Eagles. And I made no hidden messaging about that either. It was very much like, yeah, you kidding me? I'm going to trust Spags, Momes, and Andy any day of the week over Jalen Serrani, Kellen Moore, and Fangio. Straight up. And so that's where I'm at with the Rams, where it's just like, are you kidding me? Puka Nacua? And that's why I've said this a million times. Puka Nacua, Devontae, Stafford, McVay. And when you have that trust for me, that's what makes you more dangerous than being a great team or having a great roster. I've been live streaming all these games, and someone said, oh man, what's going on with the Rams? They looked like, a month ago, they looked like world beaters, and now they just look kind of meh. And it's just kind of like they are still so insanely dangerous and so trustworthy. And they showed it in a game like this. They showed it in a game like this where people can be critical of McVay's play calling in those spots. Matthew Stafford clearly did not have one of his best games, but in all the zoomed-in moments, they got it done. Stafford does make the throw. His receivers do make the catch. McVay does call the right play at the right time. His defense does come up with that crucial stop, and you come away with the win. I mean, let's just follow this thought, even though it's going to trigger so many people. Too bad. The Rams clearly did not, and Stafford got fumbled a couple times, a bunch of bad throws, as Collinsworth literally was like, I've never seen Stafford miss this many throws before. Like, that's what Collinsworth himself said. And yet, in these important moments, they were able to overcome them all, especially when it all came down in overtime. Compare that to the Bills, where Josh Allen is clearly not playing at his best, and yet he's now putting them in a position to still win this game. Yet, the player's now literally dropping the ball. Either dropping the ball, letting the ball get ripped from you, or you're dialing up a play where you're now throwing a 50-50 one-on-one ball to your 32-year-old receiver who Josh has played like 2 games with. It's bad play calling, it's bad execution. You're literally failing to execute. Whereas in this moment with the Rams, they were able to execute. Devontae does come up with the ball, makes a beautiful catch off a beautiful throw. Sean McVay does call a timeout, get the exact play that he once dialed up, and gets a wide open Puka Nacua for a crucial first down. Doesn't like the personnel, doesn't like what he's seeing on, I think it was like 2nd and 7. Calls his second timeout. That's understanding how to win, that's understanding how to execute. So even in a game that the Rams could have lost, and then again, having your defense now, you could say it was a bad throw by Caleb or a bad play call by Ben Johnson. Those things could be true. You could say it was DJ Moore's fault. Doesn't matter. It was an unbelievable interception. It was an unbelievable catch. That was the catch of the playoffs so far. Was that interception was an unbelievable interception. Making the plays when they matter most, even in a game that the Rams were not playing their best. They just simply were not. They simply were not. And again, you could even, and as Sean McVay even took it upon himself, I wasn't even a great coach that day, which, whether you agree with that or not, it doesn't matter. But regardless, clearly not their best outing. But when it mattered most, they got it done. Compare that to a team like the Bills. They were clearly not at their best, but when it mattered most, they also are not at their best. And you lose. It's a difference between winning and losing. And I just trust the Rams to be able to have those moments and to be able to do it when it matters most, more than any other team, more than the Broncos, more than the Patriots, more than the Seahawks. There was 13 seconds left, and it was very smart for Sean McVay to take the knee. I was kind of like, hey, you have 2 timeouts, let it rip. And it was because I do trust Matthew Stafford in that moment. And if there is one quarterback in the NFL right now who could let it rip 50 yards down the field and throw the ball in a very accurate way and set up a field goal, it's like, yeah. And then it's literally that exact situation is what I talked about on Saturday when I made a video and we were trying to have a conversation about who would you rather have, Caleb or Stafford on a game-winning drive or whatever. And I kept saying it depends on the situation. Are you talking about 13 seconds? Are you talking about 2 minutes? Like, what's the story here? And I actually said exactly, if you really only have like 15 seconds left and like 1 timeout or no timeouts, I was like, I'm taking Stafford, but if it's like maybe 1 play to rule them all, you could pick a Caleb. And Caleb proved that as well too. So it was kind of crazy that we kind of got to see both, in that moment. But I just think if you watch this game, especially now knowing the outcome, you can see that they were clearly not at their best. You can clearly see that. But when they needed to be at their best, both offensively and defensively, they did it. And I just think that'll always be on the table for the Rams in a way that it's not necessarily the case for the other teams. So with that, trust becomes the team to me that is the scariest. So fascinating to see. I can't wait to see what this Seahawks-Rams NFC Championship game looks like. I know we all got our predictions, especially because we've seen these 2 teams play each other twice, but I don't know, man. 3rd game, NFC Championship game. Like, on one side, I keep using those past 2 games as a reference point. On the other side, I'm kind of like, I don't even know if that matters. I don't know if all that just gets completely thrown out the window now. So, yeah, We'll talk about that game the closer it gets right now, but Rams deserve so much credit. But those are just my thoughts. I'd absolutely love to hear yours. What do you guys all think about the Los Angeles Rams proving their worth, taking down the Chicago Bears in overtime? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I read every single comment. So, you agree with me or disagree with me? Either way, let's get in some discussions, let's get in some fights, but ultimately, let's just have some fun. And please do consider subscribing. We are building an amazing community here and absolutely love to see you part of it. I want to build something that we all generally feel connected to, something that we're really excited to be part of. I think we're well on our way to doing it. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as it really does help the visibility and the algorithm. Thank you so much. See you next time.